Hello, viewers. Someone has listed the things Biafra must achieve if they gain freedom. This is not my opinion, but I would like us to look at it. He wrote, Nigeria is infested with corruption. We know. A trip to Abuja will enlighten you on the height of corruption in this country. Some of these known politicians have fleets of expensive cars lined in their garages with luxurious mansions to compensate the completeness of their corrupt nation. Things are really becoming worse. Insurgents in the northeast, killing young and old alike. No one can and should really blame the Biafrans for wanting to break away from Nigeria. The South-South and the Southeast hold a significant stand in dictating the uprightness of the Nigerian economy. The oil, which has become the ingredient of corruption to our leaders, comes majorly from these areas, South-South and Southeast. Yet these areas are devoid of development, infrastructure-wise and in every other aspect. With the look of things and the recent uproar associated with the proposed resignation of Mr. President Buhari, Nigeria's splitting is imminent. People can't take it anymore. If that splitting finally happens and Biafrans break away completely, they should do these things. Remember, I told you this is not my write-up, but I want us to look at it and I want to see your reactions. This person is advising them to do these things in the case that they break up. 1, he said, embrace technical education. Formal education in Nigeria is in a complete mess. Graduates cannot, in fact, defend their certificates. And this is why, during their years in school, they were made to study imaginary things, studies that are not applicable to solving real-world problems. He said, imagine a chemistry student who never saw chlorine till he graduated from the university, or a medical student who never did a comprehensive gross practicals till graduation, or an engineering student who is unable to build a toy car. It sounds hilarious. He said, Biafrans shouldn't make this mistake. The people from the South-South and Southeast are mentally inclined in technical skills, and the Biafra nation should help them achieve this. According to this writer, he said, let Ojukwu fail to see this. He would have won the war had he invested the resources in grooming Biafran scientists. He would have brought in foreign scientists who have been abandoned by their countries to teach the locals on technology building. The person writing this in he is not aware of Biafra achievement in terms of science and technology. And you don't know, Biafra refined vegetable oil and use it to drive cars. In case you don't know, they built several armored tanks and artillery. In case you don't know, several things were invented during that war. Maybe you are not born by then. We were not also born, but we saw them. If you go to Abia Museum, you will see. As at the time of the war, Biafra even have nuclear scientists. And all these things that they developed were in a short while. The war lasted for like 3 years. So in case you don't know. Meanwhile, let's continue to look at what this person is saying. So this person said he would have brought in foreign scientists who had been abandoned by their countries to teach the locals on technology building. He said Nigeria would have surrendered to Biafra in just a second when they see how powerful Biafrans were in terms of weapons. Not like I want this for Nigeria. Okay. I think a Biafra major problem is maybe they don't have the vast number of it. and they need to make it more sophisticated. So he went on to write, he said, Biafra should be wise enough to advance itself in technology to match up with the world's superpowers. And Nigeria has failed on that part. Biafra shouldn't. Still on advice for Biafra. Number 2, this person wrote, stability in electricity. If there is one major thing Biafra must achieve first, he said, it is a stable electricity. I am sure the Biafrans will be smart enough to devise an energy source for achieving this. Number 3, he wrote, the Biafra should be friends with the Yoruba people. And he said the Biafra should let bygones be bygones. The Yoruba people are one of the nicest and accommodating people in the world. According to history, Biafrans would have won the war if not for the Yoruba people's betrayal. You still want them to trust Yoruba? Let's assume, I'm not concluding that it was Yoruba that betrayed them. Should they still trust them? Have they changed, considering what is happening today? Okay, he went on to write, he said, the Yoruba people don't like war. They are peaceful but fearful. They are best allies the Biafran nation can have. Then number 4, he said, build a robust railway system. And the Biafran nation should build itself a robust railway system that will connect Lagos to south and east. This will attract investors and industrialists to the region. The railway system will be their method of raw material transportation to the region, okay? And before you know it, the region will just be like Lagos. Remember, the railway system must be robust. And number 5, he wrote, run its affairs alone. The affairs of Biafran nation must be maintained and sustained by Biafrans alone. Now Biafrans go run and now who go run them? Okay, according to him, he said, Biafrans should never let any world superpowers control their affairs for them. Like I had that Nigeria's crude exported, Nigeria doesn't know the quantity. We are told this is what was exported. They give us whatever they like. That's what I had. He said Biafrans are wise people and they should know how to go about sustaining their own affairs. He said, I still believe in one Nigeria, this person that wrote this thing. He said, but it's still possible with the look of things. He said, okay, still believe one Nigeria is still possible with the look of things. Okay, this material was supplied by a News Hub creator at Opera News. Having told you my stand, I would like us to look at some reactions and we'll round up. This one by Obane Okebu wrote, my fear is that Biafra will never accept one Nigeria again for the fact of what they have suffered in the hands of other ethnics for decades and yet continued in such maltreatment till today. It should be over, and to solve the situation is self-determination, of course, freedom. Somebody supported, you are right, and the other person gets too supported. Biafra spirit is already out of Nigeria. All hail Biafra. And you know what happens? For example, you are traveling to a place, a distant place. You are going to your village from Abuja or Lagos. You know, your spirit travels first to the place. Then your body now goes to the place. Even before midway to the place, you realize your mind has left where you are, where you were. So that is what happens. The spirit of Biafra is already out of Nigeria. Now, on this one by Sati, he said, other points you raised are good, but listen, we don't have anything to do with Nigeria again. And for the Yorubas, we will annex some of their state to our territory. They must pay for their betrayal. And I don't agree with this point. You can't annex Yoruba states. I don't agree with this point. Remember, these are not my points. People are reacting to this story. I don't agree with this particular one. You can't annex Yoruba land. It's not yours. You can't annex any Yoruba-speaking territory. Now, this one by somebody who plot 234 said most of you people has evil intentions. I think he's reacting to this person talking about annex. So most of you people has evil intention, always thinking of sealing and annexing people's territory. You say you are the worse than your Fulani brothers. That's why you may not succeed your Biafra. I mean, your 5 Eastern state is enough for whatever freedom you need. Why praying evil and same time expect God to answer your prayers? Well, Igbos are not just in the southeastern states. There are Igbos outside Alibo that we expect to, if in the case of Biafra, that if it's not the complete east, we expect Igbos from other coastal areas, coastal land, to agree with us and we go. We expect, I think a referendum will decide. Now, this one now reply concerning the annexing of our people's place. This one said, we are not annexing any state or territory. Neither are we paying evil with evil. The writer has given a blueprint for a perfect development. We aren't doing otherwise. This person supports the writer. Now, this person's name is Collateral Damage. We are rounding up with that. He said, you can fool others into believing you are Biafran, but you can't fool my intelligence. You planted yourself here for more division. They're not, and they are divide and rule tactics all the time. Well, like I said from the start, this is not my opinion, but this person is suggesting to Biafra in the case that there is a split, what we should do is given a kind of idea how we should run it. I believe those that will be at the helm of affair will know how to run it. And the essence of this is not to make mistakes like Nigeria. Avoid using the white people to run your country. Run your country the way you want to do it. What do you think? Add your comment on the comment section. This is where we'll round up on this show. We'll be back later. I am Azuka Uzo OJ. Bye bye for now.